Howdy folks, hope everyone's okay. If you've seen the thumbnail to this video, obviously you will probably have a little bit of an idea what it's all about. If you don't, the FTC stands for the Federal Trading Commission. And just backtracking a little bit, last night I was watching a live stream by a biggish YouTube channel, video influencers.
If you don't know them, it's an absolutely amazing channel. I'll put a link in the description to their channel.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?
And they was doing a live stream with another YouTuber creator, quite a big, massive one. I mean, this chap's had like, I think they were saying 2 billion views over his YouTube business. So he's no small timer. And this gentleman also sort of practiced law, I believe. And what they were saying was there's going to be, in 2020, there's going to be legal requirement that any videos aimed at children under the age of 13, I believe, will not be able to have personalised ads on their video. Non-compliance to this, you will be charged a sum of over $42,000 per video, which is an absolute shit scary amount of money, isn't it? Now, obviously, this being a woodworking channel, and people out there, if you've got the woodworking channel, obviously it doesn't directly apply to us, but it does in a way. So I asked the question because I was sort of in the dark about this.
But the next question I wanted to take is from Lowe's Joinery and Spray Painting Specialist. Share button. But the next question from Lowe's is, hey, I'd love to know if this will affect a woodworking channel. I obviously don't direct my channel to kids due to the power tools I use, etc. A good thing. I'm a bit worried, to be honest. Any help? Thanks, guys. Jeremy, you want to take that first? Because I do have a couple of thoughts on that.
Yeah, and obviously this isn't specific legal advice for you, but interestingly enough, I just had a phone call with a really prominent crafting channel where they do crafting just in general. And a lot of women do crafting channels, and they reached out to me because they said, look, we're feeling discriminated against because a lot of kids like crafting. It's very colorful and bright, and we're dealing with things that children like. And so we're feeling like we're going to be punished here because of that. And I consider the types of things I let my kids watch, you know, not just like woodworking or interesting things where people are building things. There's even that channel where the guy just goes out into the woods. There's no talking or anything, but he's just building stuff with mud and with sticks. My kids love that channel. Yeah. I don't think he's making it for kids. So here's the thing. You can go through the 10-factor test and look at that. And you could say, look, subject matter, I don't think working with wood is child-directed. I'm just an adult working with wood. I'm not featuring minors. That's one of the things. Do you have any celebrities on there that children would be attracted to? And again, what's hard with all these factors is that no one knows how to define it. Like, Benji, are you a celebrity that children are attracted to because you're a family vlogging dad? Are my kids? You know, I don't know, but probably as a woodworking guy, you're not a celebrity that is attractive to children. But the final factor that they consider is your intent. And what's hard for me with the machine learning that YouTube uses is there's no way for them to measure that factor. And I think that might be the most important factor because the language is child directed. Who are you directing it to? And that's, again, the nervousness that if they start to consider whether it's just attractive to children, you're ignoring whether that's your intent. And so the other thing that's really hard, though, is that creators who do general stuff like woodworking, what if you're specifically making something from Aladdin, the new movie? You know, like I consider Pentatonics, I really love their music, but some of their songs are from Disney shows where they dress up like Disney characters. So are those videos going to be ones that are child directed because they did that? I hope not, because I'm an adult and I like Disney stuff, even though it is animated and it's musical and it's all those things that fall under child directed. But again, this is just highlighting how frustrating this entire situation is and how hard it is to decide. But if, you know, just in my opinion, not legal advice, I would think working with wood, I would feel comfortable if that was my channel to say, look, this is not child directed. I'm making this for a general audience.
Yeah. And so I agree with that. The one thing that we're trying to bring up, though, really isn't about channel to channel. It's just the fact that there are kids that watch all kinds of content. Think about this. If I'm into woodworking as an adult and I want my kids to be part of it, I might let them watch that. Maybe on their own device, on their own profile or mine, but who cares? Like the point is a kid might be watching it. Now your channel and your video isn't for that purpose. Like Jeremy said, that wasn't the intent, but it's the question. And this is why like it's such a gray line.
So there you are, guys. That was the question, and that was the response I got. So on a whole, obviously it's quite reassuring, the response that the gentleman gave me through the question. But I think obviously we need to take away that nothing is certain here, and obviously it is down to you as an individual to obviously make that decision, because I do believe there's going to be a box where you click obviously the intent of the video and etc. So obviously it's all down to you. But I just wanted to put this video out. If anybody is wondering, obviously, because it is focused on the children-based channels more so. But obviously, as you've seen, you know, it can be applied to a vast amount of channels. So obviously we're just, yeah, sit back and see. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up, guys. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'll put a link to all the channels, Video Influencers, J House Law, and the Petition. I'll put it all down the bottom in the description, so please, please, please go and follow it. Check out J House Law's channel, because he's got a lot of stuff on there about copper and the Petition and the FTC. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a lovely Sunday and rest of the week. Stay safe, and I love you loads.